But so we thought for our afternoon topic today, we wanted to ask you, are you making New Year's resolutions? And if so, what are they? Now, this is interesting. A whopping 81% of you said you don't make New Year's resolutions. Wow. Only 19% of you say that you do. And here's what a few of you had to say. R.C. Massey says, I like setting goals for the new year, but not a fan of making New Year's resolutions. Okay. I guess it's kind of the same thing. Yeah. Joe Grant says he wants to quit following negative social media posts. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
And then Gail Felkin says be a better person. Yeah, I think we could all, work on those as well.
Yeah.
Guys, you making any resolutions?
I think I'm just going to go see my family more.
Oh,
I have a lot of family all over the country, so I think just going actually making time to set those.
That's great.
Go see them. So,
yeah, absolutely. How about you?
Well, not for family, but just making time for myself and going to travel, health awareness, all that good stuff. The usual, nothing too crazy.
There you go. That's good. Working on yourself,
yes,
always a good
absolutely.
one. Yeah. Dr. Chamblee, you got any of them?
I am not. I'm the outlier. I don't do New Year's resolutions. My thought is I want to restart every week. And so I kind of try to start each week with a fresh start. And that's kind of my resolution to keep doing that.
There you go. That's great. I think for me, I am going to obviously, work out and eat. We say that at the beginning of eat better. We say at the beginning of every year. The gym's always full, and you always start eating healthier. I'm going to try to go to church a little bit more. It's been hard with the baby, so we're going to try and do that.
Well,
so that's some of our resolutions, but. Yeah, we'll see how it turns out in the next year, You never know. Dr. Charles Chamblee with Baptist Health Behavioral Clinic is joining me again to talk about New Year's resolutions. Now, Dr. Chamblee, you said you're not making a New Year's resolution.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Some people do, some don't. I mentioned to you that I just like to start over each week and kind of make that my reset. Because most folks use January 1st as a chance to reset and start over again.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah, it's a chance to put the old behind and start over again. And so we just want to give some basic principles of if you're going to do that, how to do that well. And so I've taken the word resolve and kind of just built it off that. First thing is to be reasonable. Everybody sets those goals. I'm going to go in, I'm going to lose 100 pounds, or I'm going to work out every day. And that's just not reasonable, especially if you're starting from scratch. So make sure that you are doing reasonable things. If you do want to work out, then start slowly. Say you want to work out one day a week or something, and then build from that. The second thing is make some that are enjoyable. Everybody talks about these New Year's resolutions that are so hard. Make some that are fun. You mentioned going to church more often or spend more time with friends or family or travel. So do something fun like that as well. Don't make them all painful or
miserable.
Hard things.
You have to eat broccoli. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. For me, it'd be Brussels sprouts.
That,
Make sure they are sustainable. Make sure there's something that you can keep going. If you want to work out, make sure you're going to be able to do on days you can work out, that you're not going to have work involved or some things like that. So make that. Do some outdoors. We know that sunlight is good for your mental health well-being.
Right.
And so you don't have to do all of them outside, but do one or two. Do something that gets you outside a little bit. Lighten up a little bit. Do some that are fun. We talked about that. But you're going to fail.
Right.
You're going to make some mistakes. And when you do, lighten up on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Just start over again. And that's the best way to do that. Make sure you have some variety. Do some that maybe you are used to doing, and do some that maybe you've never done before. So give yourself a little bit of challenge as well. And the last thing I say is make an end date on them. And what I mean by that is start and then put an end date and then evaluate yourself. And if it was something good for you, then keep going. And if it's something that you tried and you go, that's not working for me, then okay, stop it. And then maybe pick something else that you want to go through.
Yeah, I think that's a great tip, is to put an end date. I don't think I've ever done that, and they just kind of slowly fade out.
Exactly.
And then you never really go back to check to see if you did it.
And if you've got one that you think is an ongoing forever and it kind of fades out, that's hard to do. But if you know, okay, I've only got 2 weeks left on this, I can do it for another 2 weeks. And then at the end of that, then again, evaluate it and go, that was really good. I want to keep doing that. Or no, I want to start over again, do something else.
Right. And I can also imagine it's probably pretty hard to stay positive too if you did want to do one and then you kind of don't go down that path.
Exactly.
Right?
And that's, again, lighten up on yourself. You're going to make mistakes. Anytime you're starting something new, there are going to be some failures involved. So just give yourself some grace and start over again when you can.
Okay. And you said it is good to make them.
It can be.
It can be.
It's all about a person. Some people do them, some people don't. So if you don't, that's okay. But if you do, then follow these guidelines to make sure you got your best chance at succeeding.
Okay, or we can do a weekly resolution like you.
Or you can kind of start over each week. That's
All right.
why I think God gave us Sundays to start over again.
There you go. I love that. All right. Well, you can contact Dr. Chamblee by email, which is crchamblee@practice-plus.com. And you can also give him a call at the number there on your screen. I bet you'll be having a lot of people come in the new year. It's a good time, right?
We generally do have a lot of folks come in to kind of put mental health high on their list to start over as well.
Yeah, it's a very important thing to do.
Yeah.
All right.